Hi everyone, so welcome to lesson 3. Today we're gonna step up a bit and go a step further and increase the pace a little, so I hope you're really focused on lesson 2. And today we're introducing 3 new letters, 3 consonants, plus 2 diacritics. Okay, so and we will add in the exercises we will add the first 4. So now all this is in blue, plus those 2 are in blue, and we will progressively see them all. So be sure to focus and really work on this lesson, because it's a bit more complicated than last time. So the first consonant here is jim, jim. So here it's from the left to the right, and this is from the right to the left. Jim, jim. So the sound is j, j. Like in English, John. It's easy. Jim, and I have no mnemonic, like how to remember that this is Jim and this is ha and this is ha. I don't have any mnemonic, so you have to rely on your own. So Jim, j, Jim. The second one is ha, ha, with a dot below here. Ha. It's a bit like in English when you say hot, hot. As opposed to him. When you say him, it's not the same H as in hot. So this one is a bit like hot, even a bit stronger. Ha, hu, hi, ha, ha. And this one is not present in English. It's ha, ha. It's like the Spanish ha, maybe a bit stronger. Ha, ha. Jim, ha, ha. And then we have 2 diacritics. The first one here is short a. So we had last time a long a, alif, long a. And this one here, the first one, this one here, is a short a. It's like a. And that one, which is just the same sign but doubled, is an. So you add like a short a plus an n. And this one is only final. You never have it. It's grammatical. It's not lexical. So it's grammatical. It's only at the end of the word, and it's pronounced an. So we have, and the name of this diacritic is fatḥa, with the same H as here. Fatḥa, fatḥa. So jim, ha, kha, fatḥa, and this is 2 fatḥas. So here we're progressing in our alphabet. Now we're up to here, and this to here. So let's practice. First, now you get accustomed to the system. We have the isolated form, jim, and you can imagine simply, and this is connected both sides, so you can easily imagine that when I connect it, the tail will disappear, that tail here will disappear, the head will remain, and the dot will remain below the head. So we have it like this. So here the head, the tail was suppressed, and the dot remains below. The middle shape is the same thing, but the head is connected on both sides. So you have jim with a connection here and connection here. You see the connection leaves this small stroke on the right, so it connects not in the middle of the head but on the right side of the head. Okay, and the last one is easy as well, because the tail is restored and the head is still connected as it was here, same connection, but the tail is restored. Okay, so this is not so complicated, and of course you can imagine, from now you know that we will find exactly the same sequence for the sister letters, which are ha and cha. So this is no surprise to you, you're specialists now. So you have ha, isolated, ha, initial, with no tail, ha, middle, connected on both sides, with no dot, and ha, final, connected on the right, with the tail, again, and kha, of course. I don't even know why I teach this, because you know it already, like this. Okay, so we have jim, jim, ha, ha. Okay, so now we can first add the alif that we had in lesson 2. So we can have ja, we can have ha, we can have kha, and we can also mix the letters that we've seen, like for example baha, or taj, or we could do, for example, fatḥa, for example. Okay, so this is no news, and of course we can have jab, all kind of combinations. So now I will introduce the short a. The short a is put above the letter, so here put above the letter, or here, or if it's in the middle, above the letter, and if it's here above the letter, or it could be also final, like this. Okay, the short a. Technically, if I put a short a here, this remains a long ja. Okay, this sign is only an indication that the sound is long, so there is no difference in pronunciation between ja, it's the same thing. But if I remove it, then I got ja. So this is ja, and this is ja. And I can still put the fatḥa here, it doesn't change anything. So usually people don't write the fatḥa if there is a long alif, except in the Quran, where every single diacritic is written. So there is no difference between this, ja, but this is short, ja. Okay, so for example, I can have baha, but no need to write it. I can have taja, no need to write it. So this is taja, and this is, sorry, taj, taja, thaha, or thakh, or thaha. So maybe if we want to write, for example, if you wanted to write 3 of them for the sake of completeness, I would have this. Okay, let's delete this to make it clearer. So here we have thakh, which I could also write like that, thakh. Here I have thaha, and here I have thaha, which I could also write like this. So if it was in the Quran, it would be something like this: thakh, thaha, thaha. Here, this is redundant, this is redundant, this is redundant, and this is redundant. Okay. Now, let's introduce the final double fatḥa. The final double fatḥa would be written above the letter and with a long alif, but the long alif is silent. So this is jan. So again, if we want to make a whole series, we would have ja, with a redundant fatḥa, ja. Then we would have jan. So this is short and final. Some people, for some reason, write the double fatḥa above the alif. This is ugly, and I just don't do it. It's absolutely ugly. So we do like this. Okay, so we have ja, short vowel, Ja, long vowel with its redundant fatha if you are in the Quran. And this final short double fatha, which means an, A-N, an. Ja, ja, jan. And it's only final. So for example, I could write something like this. Tajan, tajan. I could write babah, babah, babaha, babahan. So here, this is redundant, we don't write it. This can never, it's impossible, you never find this. If you find a double fatha, it's final. Okay, so this is ba, short ba, baba, long a, baba, han, final double fatha, baba, han. I can write, for example, sabatan, sa, short sa, long b, long alif, sabatan, sabatan. So now we've got them all. We've got our 3 new consonants, jim, ha, kha. We've got our short vowel, ja, ha, kha, with initial, middle, final. And we've added the final double fatha, which needs the long alif, but the long alif becomes silent. Ja, 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 jan, tajan, babahan, sabatan. So I've prepared some reading exercises, just like last time. So as I told you, we are getting more complicated now, so we will begin with just the letters of that lesson and finish with all the possibilities. So just as I said last time, you can listen to the video and read at the same time to get accustomed to the reading, the pronunciation, and the conventions of the long, the short, and everything. And then you can pause the video before I say the next word. You try to pronounce it, and then you listen to the video. And hopefully I make no mistakes. So first one, we begin here, and I will read them all with some time between them. Ja, ha, kha, haja, kha, 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 jaha, sorry, this is a mistake, jaha, haj, khaj, daj, bah, sakh, jab, taja, baha, sakha, jaba, khan, ban, batan, hajan, sabatan, babajan, habata, sajaba, hajaba, basata, tatabaha, tajahabat. Only one mistake, that's good. So, today we had 3 new consonants, the 3 consonants that have the same base shape with dot, no dot, dot above, jim, ha, kha, and 2 diacritics, single fatḥa, fatḥa, single fatḥa, which is a short a, and double fatḥa, which is an, ending an. So we've completed those letters so far. We've completed now those 2 diacritics. We have, as usual, the initial forms, the isolated forms, initial forms, middle forms, ending forms, with addition of the short vowel, ja, long vowel, ha, long vowel, kha, etc. And addition of the ending double fatḥa, jan, tajan, babahan, thabatan. And then we had our exercise, reading exercise. So practice and go back to lesson 1 and 2 if you need to brush up your knowledge and build on it. Every lesson we will be building on what we've seen before, so they come in order. All the best and see you later.